Hey, my friends. Welcome to your SEL lesson on Tuesday, April 6th, 2021. We have been working all with the theme of communication. The last story that we read talked about what it means to have an effective conversation. Today, we're going to look at the story called The Sailboat. Have you ever felt hesitant to speak your mind or share your thoughts? Hesitant means that you kind of stop yourself. Have you ever done that? I think we've all been there. But my friends, I want you to think about the idea of why is it hard to speak up sometimes? Sometimes it can be difficult to share your thoughts or feelings to others, or you might not be sure if it's okay to speak up. Everyone has important things to say or share. As long as you're speaking kindly, it's okay to speak up. In this story, a child feels uncomfortable speaking up to share her ideas with her friends. But when she finally does, she sees that her ideas are helpful, are helpful to her friends. As you listen to the story, pay attention to times when it would be helpful for a character to speak up. The story is called The Sailboat. It was a warm and sunny morning, and a soft breeze rustled the leaves of the trees. As Kim, Annie, and Gabriel walked through the park to the treehouse, they wondered what to do that day. They stopped at the lake where some kids were having a toy sailboat race. They watched the boats drift gently across the lake in the breeze. Kim remembered the model boat that her grandfather had given her one year for her birthday, and how it had taken them a whole afternoon to build it together. Suddenly, Annie pointed up the hill toward the community center. "Check it out!" she said excitedly. Huge boxes were piled behind the back door of the community center. The kids ran over to explore. The boxes were all empty, and some of them were as big as a refrigerator. "We could build something really awesome using these!" exclaimed Gabriel. "Let's ask if we can have some." "I don't know," worried Kim. "They might not let us. Maybe we shouldn't say anything." "They might not," agreed Annie, "but it doesn't hurt to ask. They might say yes, too. I'll go look for the director." It's Claire. After a few minutes, Annie came back out of the community center with a smile on her face. "We can have some," she said excitedly. The kids decided to take a big, long box with flaps on the sides and a few smaller ones too. They piled them on top of their wagon and headed toward the treehouse. So if they didn't ask, what would have happened? Yeah, they wouldn't have been able to get those cool boxes to build something awesome. So is it okay to ask kindly for something? For sure. And if the answer is no, is that okay? Yeah, at least you tried and you used kind words to ask. "Maybe we could make the boxes into a robot," suggested Annie. "It would be a big robot," said Gabriel, "but then we couldn't really do anything else with it." Kim looked at the box and thought that it might make a cool sailboat, just like the ones she had seen on the lake. But she wasn't sure if her friends would like that idea, so she didn't say anything. Would it be okay to suggest making it into a sailboat? Sure, as long as she's using kind words, you got it. And if her friends say no, is that okay? Yeah. Gabriel looked at the pile of boxes and scratched his head. "Maybe we could stand the big one up and turn it into a rocket ship." Annie shook her head. "I don't think we would all fit inside at the same time." They thought of a few more things, like a tunnel or a fort, but nothing sounded like that much fun. They were starting to get frustrated. Finally, Kim suggested they make a sailboat. "That's perfect, Kim!" exclaimed her friends. While Annie left to look for a big stick to hold up a sail, Gabriel climbed up to the treehouse to get a blanket and some paints and brushes to decorate the boat. Kim walked around the box and tried to remember the different parts of her model boat. It had a tall, thin mast that held up the mainsail, and at the back was a long bar called a tiller, which her grandfather said was like the steering wheel of the boat. It moved the rudder, which is what made the boat change directions in the water. Kim remembered using a lot of string and glue to put the boat together. Wow, it sounds like Kim knows a lot about making a sailboat. Do you think she'll share her suggestions with her friends? I hope so. By the time Annie returned, Gabriel and Kim were busy painting portholes on the sides of the boat. "Look at this huge branch I found," she said. "It will make the perfect rudder to hold up the sail." Kim frowned and thought, "A mast is what holds up the sail." But she didn't say anything. Why wouldn't she say anything? Sounds like she was hesitant or nervous and stopped herself from making a suggestion. Gabriel and Annie propped up the branch in the corner of the boat, but it promptly tipped over and fell right out. Kim closed her eyes and pictured the strings that she tied to the mast and sails of her model boat. They might be able to do the same thing with this boat, but she wasn't sure if it would work, so she didn't say anything. Would that have been an okay suggestion? Yeah, they're all working together. I hope that Kim can find her voice. "We could try piling some rocks around the bottom of the branch to hold it up," suggested Gabriel. So the kids tried Gabriel's idea, but as soon as they let go of the branch, it toppled over again. "Well, I guess we're just going to have to stand here and hold it up all day long," joked Annie. Finally, Kim decided to speak up. "Yay! Maybe we can tie some ropes to the branch and attach them to the ground," she suggested, "just like we put up a tent." "That might work," agreed Gabriel, "but we can't tie ropes to the ground." Kim nodded and pointed to the rocks they had gathered. "We can put those on the ends of the ropes to keep them in place." Do you think that they'll like Kim's idea or get upset by it? Yeah, she's using kind words, so maybe they'll listen. The kids found some jump ropes in the treehouse, and Kim held the branch nice and straight while Gabriel and Annie tied the ropes tightly and put rocks on the ends. "We did it," said Annie. "That rudder isn't going anywhere now." "Actually," Kim said kindly, "that's called the mast. The rudder is on the back of the boat to help it move." The kids were excited to find out that Kim knew about building sailboats, and they had many questions for her. Working together, they were able to make their sailboat even better. As they were finishing, a strong breeze began to blow, lifting the sail high into the air. Kim climbed into the sailboat, calling, "Ahoy, mateys!" Annie and Gabriel laughed and joined her in the boat, and the three friends spent the rest of the day on a sailing adventure. Thanks for listening to my story, friends. Why do you think it was important for Kim to speak up while they were working together? Yeah, she actually knew quite a lot about making sailboats, so her ideas were extremely important to the group so that they can make their sailboat. I totally agree. Why do you think she was hesitant or stopped herself to speak up? Yeah, she thought her ideas weren't good enough or that her friends might say no. Is it okay if your friends say no to something? Of course. Just having a conversation and working together, it's okay if your friends aren't interested in your idea or don't use your idea. As long as you're speaking up and speaking your mind, that's what's important. What else is important to speaking your mind? Using what kind of words? You got it. Using kind words and kind but assertive suggestions. Why do you think kind words are important when working in a group and sharing your thoughts? You're so right. When you're polite or kind, people are more likely to listen to you. If you're being rude or nasty and forceful, do you think that people want to listen to you? Mm-mm. So, friends, I want you to remember that your ideas and your thoughts are so important. Your ideas and thoughts are, you got it, as long as you're using what kind of language? Kind words. You got it, my friends. Thanks for watching and listening to my story. Keep those ideas in mind today and always. Love you.